Welcome to the Fun Factor stream on a Saturday morning. We are doing something fun today. I got my SuperStation One. One sec. So I got my SuperStation One finally. I didn't have to wait as long as a lot of people who ordered early on. I only ordered this at the end of January, but still a few months. Okay, there we go. You can see that. So this is by Retro Remake and Taki Udon, and it's basically a Mr. Pie in a PlayStation 1 style shell. PS1, like the little mini console. And it's pretty sweet. It lets me play games from basically every, so it has like an FPGA console, so it has cores for pretty much every like console from the PlayStation N64 and backwards. You got stuff like 3DO, you got CDI, you got Jaguar, though I don't know that this one will handle Jaguar very well because it only has one RAM stick. You need dual RAM, I think, for Jaguar. But yeah, it came, and it's sweet. And what I like about this is over like, well, I mean, you can do this with other misters, but Taki Udon, Taki specifically designed it to be usable across a lot of different screens. So it has HDMI out, so that's what I'll be streaming with. But at the same time, I have my monitor, my my Commodore 1702, and it's hooked up to the SuperStation One with S Video, and so I can stream and play on my CRT, outputting clean HDMI to you guys. I can do that with capture. So if I'm playing a game on my CRT, I can be capturing on my my computer at the same time. I can be streaming it. I can be doing whatever, and so it has that dual output built into it. And all like every sort of analog output you could want. It has S video and composite. It has YPB, PR. It has RGB, VGA, everything. So it's pretty cool. I've been wanting to get a Mister for a long time, but sort of intimidated by at first how complex they seemed, and then just by the price of everything going up. So the SuperStation One just turned out to be a perfect little fit for me. It was like 200. I think I paid 220, 229, 230 US for it. And it's like plug and play, as much as Mister's plug and play. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. It comes with a bunch of, sorry, this is a little out of focus. It comes with like a bunch of homebrew games too, which is cool. Across all sorts of different consoles. And then of course you can hook it up. It's FPGA, so it can play ROMs. So today we're playing ROMs of all my physical media that I've backed up. Yeah, what else? Oh, and one of the cool things, actually, one of the things I really like about Mister is I have a NAS at home for Fun Factor. We keep all of our assets and archived episodes and all that kind of stuff, game capture on a NAS. So network attached storage. It's like a hard drive mini server that we can store data on. I can also hook up my Mister over my network directly to my NAS where I store all of my games. And so I have, where am I at? So I already have like about 140 gigs of games on the Mister right now. And that covers, some full libraries. And then sort of like with stuff like the PlayStation, it's sort of pick and choose some of my favorites that I wanted to play today. But I was able to allocate, like a terabyte on my NAS to game storage. And I can just drag and drop to the mounted NAS on my computer and games just appear on the Mister like immediately. And there's also like a SMB support on the Mister, so I can mount it as a drive and get right in there and drop save files on, or I can, update any files without having to like remove the SD card, mount the SD card and all that kind of stuff. Really cool. It just like feels like a really sophisticated, flexible device for retro streaming or retro gaming and streaming. And so I'm hoping that'll like, bump up what we're able to do here at Fun Factor. I want to be able to like stream games that we're talking about on the podcast. Right now we're doing, of course, the Rise of the Corpos season 2002 2004, and the SS1 does not, which is kind of an unfortunate acronym. The SuperStation does not obviously emulate PS2 and GameCube and Xbox. So I won't be able to use it for that. But as we get back and do other, like last season, it would have been perfect. Though I did have my Super NT. So I've been able to like, stream Super Nintendo games pretty reliably, but now I have access to like a whole ton of stuff. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to check out the SuperStation and stream some games. I'm just going to let everybody on the Fun Factor Discord know we're about to start, and we'll go from there. I did, of course, reach out to Fun Factor Ultra members. Excuse me. Reach out to Fun Factor Ultra members yesterday asking for suggestions on which games to play today. We'll be playing some funny ones that I kind of thought of or have always wanted to try or whatever. In the past, I want to try like Colibri, which is like 32X game. I have played a 32X, but Tale of the Sun on the PSX, Misadventures of Tron Bomb, which I have played. I own on PSN, but yeah, I don't know, just checking out some funny stuff. Let's see. I'm just looking through. So Jason on the Discord said, why not games that had their reviews reviewed on the pod so far? Great idea. We will get to some of those. Maybe I meant to get Jurassic Park, The Lost World. I can't remember if I dumped my physical copy. Hey Andrew. Yes, it is time for Blasto. So of course Andrew Blewett, who you might have seen on a recent episode of Fun Factor, requested Blasto, of course. Jason WFD requested Carnage Heart, which I have and will play after I get some ibuprofen. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. Let's go. Okay, so Andrew wants some Blasto. Let's switch on over to... So this is the menu. It's Mister. It's Mister. It is what it is. I don't mind it. A lot of people want like a consoleized version of the front end. I think this works pretty good. It's pretty clear. I was able to set like, a font that I liked. Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. Scripts, this is where you do most of your like customization of the Mister. And any settings, like that's where you're changing a whole bunch of stuff. But I've also got a bunch of other scripts that I really like. Mr. Sam is fun. It's like a super attract mode, so it if the Mister's idle for a set period of time, it'll like load up a random game and just sort of like play it for 2 minutes, which is pretty neat. Remote is great. I can control, I don't know where my phone is. I can control my Mister's settings and make updates and stuff through like a nice GUI on my phone. Samba lets me SMB into the GUI, which is great. Yeah, it's pretty cool. What else? What else is cool? Yeah, there's other good stuff here, but some of it is also like, if I hadn't been playing around with the Mister, I'd be like, why do I need that? And then you're like, oh, that's why I need that. But yeah, so Andrew in chat is pausing his work on his Final Fantasy X-2 edit to watch some Blasto, which is honestly like a wild life choice, but here we go. You can see here, these are all the cores that I have installed. So these are all of the systems that are supported. There are these are all from Update All, so these are like officially like part of the Mister ecosystem, but there are things like this Jaguar single RAM core that I grabbed off the Discord, which is not like, it's not part of the update all package. It's not really finished yet. And in fact, I think this is an older version of the core for just single RAM, which is what the SuperStation has. I think it's now just moved strictly to double RAM. And so I don't think the SuperStation will ever actually be able to like officially support it unless, you know, they figure out how to get single RAM working for the Jaguar. It does work. I was playing some Alien versus Predator, but I can't tell if that game was just really slow to like always really slow, or if it was because it was running at suboptimal speeds because of the single excuse me, stick of RAM. One thing you're going to see is there are going to be like resolution changes, and as resolution changes happen, you'll see the video cut out. Does not cut out on my CRT, which is cool. And like, I know like obviously CRTs can update their resolution like on the fly. Whereas like my monitors here over HDMI need a second. But it's pretty wild to see like it in action. Okay, Blasto. So here are some of the games that I've acquired for PlayStation. I have them all alphabetized. Let's see, Andrew in chat. That seems like a major shortcoming on the SuperStation is not being able to support dual RAM. Yeah, I do sort of expect that might have increased costs. And outside of stuff like Jaguar and some edge cases, I don't know that dual RAM is necessarily like hugely supported or needed. But I don't know. It would have been nice to. There's so many like modular bits to Mister. It would have been nice. Oh wait, no, I know what it is. The dual RAM slot is taken up by the component out. Oh, Drewby meant resolution changes leading to minor digital video hiccups. Yes, but that's just how flat screen monitors handle resolution changes. Hey Jason, welcome. Thank you for coming. But what I will show you actually is here, before we get into Blasto, let me demonstrate something, because the Mister actually does have some solutions to that, which are pretty impressive. But just give me a second. We'll load up Chrono Cross, because famously Chrono Cross's menu is 480i. And its gameplay is 240p. So when you play Chrono Cross on a flat screen, you get a little bit of that flicker. But the Mister does have some of this stuff built in. Okay, yeah, Drewby's saying just coming off the RetroTrink 5X, which handles that smoothly. It's a bit disappointing. Yeah, but give me a sec. Let's demonstrate here. I don't know why we're not getting audio over HDMI. I'll check that out in a sec. Oh, one of the other cool things here. Oh, audio's. You guys are getting audio? Oh, I know why. But it's not. Really? You're hearing audio right now. Huh. Oh yeah, I can see it in OBS, but I don't see it on my Rodecaster, so I don't really understand. Okay. Is the audio okay? The levels are okay? All right. So one of the cool things about the SuperStation, it has snack support, so I can actually use my old PlayStation controller. Now, the stock SuperStation only Drewby in chat says Mitsuda can't not compose excellent music unless it's the Chrono Cross battle theme, which is anxiety inducing in a bad way. Chrono Cross is wild because for me, like, I mean, this isn't like a divisive opinion, but to me, it's like top 1 or 2 best soundtracks of all time. I would put the original Nier in there as well. But the battle theme is so bad. And like the divide between the two is just crazy. So let's load up this old Chrono Cross save. It'll probably ask me to change discs. So what's funny is I can use my PlayStation controllers plugged into the SuperStation. On the stock SuperStation, however, you can only use PlayStation controllers on PlayStation games. The dock, however, that's coming, which was like an extra $45, but was being manufactured late, so I don't have it yet. That supports Snack for lots of other consoles as well. You'd need an adapter and stuff, but Andrew, you haven't played Chrono Cross before? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go into the Mr. Settings and audio and video. And so right now I have Sync 480i for HDMI. I'm gonna turn that off. And we'll see why in a sec. So now, right now it's 240p. And then when I go to a menu, on my CRT, it comes up immediately. Like it's up on my CRT right now. I can see it. But it has that blink, right? That black screen as the capture card resolution changes. So, but if we do this and put that setting back on. So again, like my CRT immediately updates while I'm waiting for that black screen. But we turn Sync 480i for HDMI on for PlayStation and do the same thing. And the menu comes up immediately. Which is wild to me. Like, I don't even really understand how that works. The core has to be running for it to happen. So when I do, you know, like that initial launch, I do lose resolution. I assume I could like run the menu at a standard definition resolution or something. There must be a way around that to kind of hack your way around that. But once you're in game, so, you know, as long as I'm loading up the game or the PlayStation like front end, like dashboard before I start my stream, it shouldn't really be a big issue. You can see right now I have in the top corner left, it shows me my display stats. I have that enabled right now. And so you can see whenever that comes up means there's been a resolution change. And typically when that comes up, there should be like, you know, a delay on the HDMI feed, but there isn't. It's wild, crazy stuff. I don't understand how it works, but it's cool. Okay, so we are gonna go to play Blasto now. The other cool thing about PlayStation or SuperStation One is it supports memory cards. So that like save that I just loaded up was from my memory card plugged into the SuperStation One. I cannot get my MemCard Pro 2 to work on the SuperStation One. It gets like power. It powers on. I can access it like through the web interface while it's plugged in. Will not display saves, and neither will my Pocket Station. So I don't know. I can't. It seems like some people say their MemCard Pro 2 works. And some people like me say it doesn't. So I don't know. You should absolutely invest in a MemCard Pro 2 for your videos. Beautiful, wonderful device. The MemCard Pro 2 also lets you, through stuff like OPL, run PlayStation 2 games off it. Plug it in, put PS2 games that you legally own and have dumped yourself on the memory card. You can run them right off the memory card. It's insane. Okay, Blasto. I don't have any audio, which I cannot figure out why. So give me a sec. Are you getting that audio through? Are you guys getting, so I turned on like my, because I have my, the SuperStation plugged into my receiver. So I'm just getting analog audio. Can you hear that in the background? Can you hear my audio, like the stuff coming out of the speaker behind me though? Okay, cool. It's probably not, it's low enough, but it just does help. Okay. Credits. Ooh, look at look on the blast. Oh. I've never played Blasto. I'm just worried about there being a lag between the audio that I'm hearing, the analog audio coming on my speakers. I cannot figure out how OBS is getting audio. I wonder if I can monitor OBS. The audio in OBS. Let me try. Ah, there we go. Okay, sweet. 1 second.
Shut up! My devoted legions of terror, the time is finally upon us.
Blasto's bad. Like 7 out of 10 bad, or like actually bad? I'm gonna guess actually bad based on the first 15 seconds.
True master race of the universe, banished to this hellhole they call the fifth dimension. Well,
I do like the neon green
payback time.
vibe. That's very like 90s alien. I wonder why aliens were always like.
We will punch a hole
Yeah, these aliens are the first Xbox fanboys. Yeah, that's right.
Through this glorious galactic gateway, my beautiful hordes will flow like a poison river, establishing a bridgehead.
It's funny because on a recent episode I talked about how like the Xbox branding did not work for me. But I see these aliens and that big alien logo that's like bright neon green. I'm like, yeah, that's sick, man. That's so good. Everyone knows the fifth dimension sucks. What is the fifth? Depth, height, width, smell. What's the fifth? Time? Is the fifth dimension? Time's okay. Gravity? Or are those the same thing?
Nothing will stop me from claiming my rightful place as the one true ruler of the universe.
Yeah, Xbox had, I mean, like I said on the last episode, I like the way Xbox experimented a lot. Most of it didn't work for me, but it gave space for games like Fable. Phantom Dust was really cool. But, Andrew in chat says he's officially third of the way through Dean Takahashi's opening of the Xbox. He's an interesting read, but I'm admittedly waiting to get further into the timeline because I have to cut down this history a lot for the Halo video.
Blasto here.
I didn't know that was a book. I'd like to read it though.
Urgent, huh? Put him through, Command Central.
Blasto, Uranus is in big trouble.
What did I do this
I love
time?
the added
no
scan
time for
lines
jokes.
on the
It
in-screen
seems that
monitors.
evil alien tyrant
And like how much
Bob is up to
harder
his
it
old
would be
tricks
to
again.
make a
Ah.
spherical, like,
I
or an
thought that
oval
pear-headed
shaped monitor
psychopath
like
was
that.
banished to the fifth dimension.
He was, but now he's back and he's mad.
Hey,
The very
welcome.
foundation of the free planetary system may be at stake. His forces
welcome
are
to
already
chat,
massed
Alex.
for an invasion of the planet Uranus.
Halo
Want me to take it
video.
back, eh?
Can you do it, Blasto?
Is a frog's butt watertight?
I knew we could count on you, Blasto. Good luck. And remember, Uranus is on the line.
Well, what else is new?
Okay, that's a legit good joke. My kids are like the right age for Uranus jokes. So like I gotta respect the Uranus joke. Uranus. How I pronounce it depends on context. Oh, let's see if I can. That's probably still off, isn't it? One moment. Oh no, it is on. Yeah, so that's funny. It kind of worked. I can also force 480i to go to 480p, but then that does not work with my CRT at all. Yeah, okay. Let's go with it. Let's roll with it. Scientists renamed Uranus to put an end to that joke once and for all. It's now called Urectum. Very good. What could go wrong? Okay, welcome to Uranus.
Honey, I'm
Whoa,
home.
oh, I thought I was controlling. Okay. This game the background like the skybox. Whoa, what happened? Oh, there's a map. Ah. Map bonus. That's where I am, okay. The skybox looks pretty sick on my CRT. Oh my gosh, look at that, like, draw in. And these, like, tank controls. At least, like, it's not... So, like, when I'm playing, like, left, just, like, rotates me. And then forward is forward. And then back is back. So it's not quite like tank controls. Like, it's not like Resident Evil style, but it does not feel great, fam. Okay. I gotta say, like, I'm not saying, yeah, okay, Andrew, the dithering, yeah, it looks way better on my CRT. Like, that dithering is just turning into, like, a really nice gradient, rather than, like, that dithering. There is, I can turn dithering off, actually, on HDMI. Let's see how that looks here, right? So I can, like, that didn't seem to do anything. Oh yeah, there. That looks a little better. That looks actually much closer to how it looks on the CRT. I can even see that banding on that lighter area on the CRT. Wait, maybe that's because the CRT changed when I turned off dithering. Yeah, okay, the dithering. Yeah, okay, the banding was because I turned off dithering. But yeah, like, it doesn't, I'm not going to pretend that Blasto looks good on my CRT, but it definitely, like, the colors feel a lot nicer. And, like, you can tell it was designed for a CRT. That's part of why it looks so goofy. Okay, what are all of these? That looks good.
Yum, yum.
It's handy how the bad guys left a lot of things with, like, gigantic bees on them for Blasto.
Arr!
What? Okay. Let's see. I can jump. I can blast. I can... Oh, whoa, whoa. I can strafe. What's this? Oh, I can aim. Okay. It's a huge aiming reticle. Oh my gosh, can I run? How am I supposed to get through that? Oh, I shoot this thing, I bet. Ooh, I can charge shot. Can I interact with this? When I press circle, it makes a click sound. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure what. What? No! Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I can make this jump. Let's go. Okay, X, what? So, oh, okay, it's drawing in the map, and I get a map bonus. So in chat, Alex is saying, kind of horrified at the prospect of this upcoming Halo remake. Would love to hear good news and have it not be a bundle of AI nonsense, but I'm doubtful. Yeah. Which is, like, I have to say, it's pretty funny given, like, some of the themes
Blasto to the rescue.
in Halo that we have to worry about it being like. How do I get? So she's trapped. I must have to go across here. Hey.
Ta-da!
Oh. Oh no, laser eye.
Oh, I'm good.
I feel very much like a turret in this game. In, like, not a great way. How I can just, like, okay, oh, I saved her. I could not save her clothes. Okay. So do I just have to, like, save 2 out of 10 Cortanas? Yeah. Oh, what? Okay. Okay, I start back here at least, which is nice. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I see. I thought getting hit stalled me. Field block? YOLO! Haha! Look at... What's this guy? Hello. Oh my gosh, it's slowing down. I guess because of the transparency? Oh. Okay. Where was that other place that I couldn't... Yeah, there it is. Is that what I just unlocked? Oh, there's a... Oh, that dancing lady. Oh, I unlocked
more,
one.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Love... What did that say? Oh, I got a new weapon? Oh yeah, it shoots faster. Ooh, save. Thank you. Accessing memory card in slot 1. But, oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, well, we're not saving. You know what? We do have save states. Which I could use. Which actually, I've been playing Final Fantasy IX on my PlayStation, on my PlayStation 2 upstairs. But I've kind of like fallen off because of the save points. I'm finding it hard to find the time where I need like at least 45 minutes to play before, between when I start and when, something comes up that needs my attention. But I migrated my save over here to the SuperStation. 45 minutes. I know, who has that kind of time? I got a podcast to make, guys, and kids to take care of. Do not press. But yes, I migrated my save over to the SuperStation, and so being able to basically suspend via save states. Yeah. Oh no. Do I press it again? Okay. I didn't die that time. Gotta admit. Thanks, press F in chat to pay respects, guys.
Alley-oop.
I was not expecting that to actually be bad to press. Whoa! What? This is insane. Oh, I can't tell where I am. Okay. Oh, see, it has an arrow on it, so I know I can push it. Thanks, bad guys. I feel like Blasto's, like, Incredibles-esque body shape is probably not ideal. Ow! Through space, failure just results in instantaneous, well, not instantaneous death, I suppose. But he's gotta stop skipping leg day, that guy. The world ain't made for triangular men. Don't skip leg day.
Oh, now that's gotta hurt.
It's a meme for a reason. Like, Blasto's not using his strength at all, right? Like, he has a blaster, so he can blast us. So being, like, strong in the upper body is important.
Oh, mama.
Okay, can I get... Oh, good. B. Is that a 1-up? His name is Blasto, not Puncho. Exactly. I don't know what just happened. A death animation is beautiful. Oh, I beat the level, I guess. Where do I find a teleporter off this rock? Episode 2. Oh. Oh my gosh, look at choices. Ooh. Boombox. Let's go get the boombox. It's weird, like, what did the items do? Game options. Health display off. Health display on. Autosave. Huh. Analog controller. Ooh. Okay, let's try that. My controller is all wrapped up. One of the weird things about Mister as well is, so right now I have, because I'm playing PlayStation with my PS2 controller hooked up via the like snack port. I have to use this controller, which is very good. This is what I use for almost everything except playing PlayStation games, to control the menu. But sometimes you need to use a keyboard. So the remote app on my phone has a keyboard, but I also just bought this like little cheap 60% size keyboard to hook up, and it's made a huge difference. So that is something that I would say like you want to get is like some way to like use a keyboard. Whether that's, I mean, you can use the remote app on your phone, it's fine, but it's not like, it's not fun when you're having to put in and so I found that having this, and again, it was like $20 or something like that.
Ta-da!
Ooh, I can't read that text. All right. I want to see. Okay, so Andrew in chat says, I'm still rocking the membrane keyboard that came with the pre-built PC I got in high school. The B key has the Beats by Dre logo on it. Man. That's what you use every day? Wild. Also wild that Beats by Dre was a thing when you were in high school. A Beats by Dre keyboard? 2013, you were in high school. We're just gonna skip. Right on past that comment. I am sort of curious, actually, Andrew. You know, you are not quite a bit younger than me, but, you know, like, you're a decade younger than me. You're in the younger end of the millennial zone, whereas I am very much in the older end of the millennial zone. So where did you and how did you kind of get into covering a lot of these games from before your time? Like, for me, a lot of, like, what I do or why I'm kind of covering retro games is, you know, not just going back to games that I love or time periods that I love, but also trying to like better understand things that were happening at those times and recontextualize so my understanding of the games industry or, you know, media or just games in general when I was a kid. Like, what has led you to kind of going back before your time with a lot of these games you cover? Okay, I gotta open that by shooting it, obviously. 1. I'm gonna like... Oh, exit. Oh my gosh. Did I beat the... Oh. Oh no! I gotta... unlock that, I guess? I'm not going back through that thing. If I have to go back through that thing, we're done playing Blasto. There's those. How do I... Maybe. I feel like I should just be able to, like, do this. Nope.
Geronimo!
So I guess I had to unlock that thing? Okay, in chat. Andrew says, so watching retro YouTube channels like Adam Corlett got me more interested in the history of the medium in the industry. When I got into college and had money to burn, I started buying more retro stuff. Kind of snowballed as current games got less interesting and more homogenized and more focused on shaking you down for quarters like the arcades of old. Yeah, no kidding. I've often talked about, I think probably on the podcast, about how like every game is the same game now. which is not ideal. Okay, I'm not jumping back through that spinny thing, because that sucked. I have to admit that I maybe thought that maybe Blasto was better than I thought it was going to be. It's not good. And like the insane like turret controls are irritating, and the draw in is wild. Like the fact that this game was supposed to be what it was supposed to be, and positioned as like the game is crazy. But yeah, pretty good. Not pretty good. What always Phil Hartman, yeah. I mean, any Phil Hartman we get is much appreciated. We could play some. Oh, okay. So Jason in chat, or on the Discord actually, in the Ultra Lounge, requested some Carnage Heart and and offered me his Carnage Heart memory card, which there probably is a way to do that. Okay, why won't it let me load that? Okay, we're just gonna go back to the main menu. There probably is a way that I could get your save blocks off your memory card without too much trouble over the internet at this point. I mean, like with the Mem Card Pro, I was able to get all my saves, like my teenager saves, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Chrono Cross, all of that, off my PlayStation memory cards, backed up in my, on my computer, on my NAS, backed up on my Google Drive, and they're just files. Like, it's pretty crazy. You needed, you used to need the Dex drive and all that kind of stuff. But now it's pretty straightforward. And like the Mem Card Pro 2 is like obviously a it's kind of pricey, but it's absolutely worth the cost. But you can also get cheaper ones, I think, that have SD card access. Oh, is this locked up? Tacky was showing off they're making like a memory card for the SS1, the SuperStation One. It's supposed to be cheap. I think he was saying $10. And I don't know like what or why it's specifically for the SuperStation, but I will absolutely get one. Okay, Andrew says Blasto is over. Time for me to bow out. It's lunchtime, and I want to get more of the 10-2 edit done before Halo tonight. Yeah, good luck with that. I cannot wait to watch that video. So, hurry up, man. I need it. Give me. Thanks, man. Have a good one. Okay, why? Okay. Now, the PlayStation UI 10-2 video out next week. Amazing. I think anybody anybody in chat or anybody watching this, following Fun Factor probably already watches Andrew's videos, but they are fabulous historical documentation, pieces about Final Fantasy or about Halo or about, whatever he's looking at. And I highly recommend them. So I don't know why is this not working? Maybe we'll go to a different core. Maybe we'll skip Carnage Heart at the moment. If this core is not working. Let me just turn snack support on and off. This hasn't ever happened to me. I'm not actually sure what's going on here. But I can also I wonder if I switch just to my wireless controller here. DualShock. Yeah. Okay, so it was something to do with snack support, I guess. I don't know. But that's okay. Okay, Carnage Heart. But I don't know how to play Carnage Heart, so let's check out the mission briefing. So the funny thing about Carnage Heart is that it famously came with the game on one disc and then a tutorial on the other disc. But as I was digitizing my legally acquired physical copies of Carnage Heart, I noticed that the original, like the game disc version, is like 70 megs, and the tutorial version, which we're looking at right now, is like at like 600 megs or whatever, like 500 megs, whatever could fit on a CD. And so it's just funny how the actual game is like so much smaller than just the tutorial disc. Okay, introduction. I absolutely love the PlayStation. I love that they being Sony, like, oh, I see, it's a bunch of FMVs.
Between the World Federation and the corporate conglomerate Draken over mining rights on 3 of Jupiter's
I already
moons.
have a headache, guys. This does look kind of sick, though.
Carnage Heart is a strategy game where you, the player, are the commander of the World Federation forces.
But I love that the game is so complex that they knew they had to make like
known as overkill
a movie
engines.
about how to play it.
There has never been a strategy game as deep and challenging as Carnage Heart.
Yeah, Alex, I didn't know what this game was until Ty brought it up, and we did an episode about it a few weeks ago, and I did have a PlayStation. And I did not know what Carnage Heart is, but it's like, it's kind of like the, I think it's like the Final Fantasy 12 like Gambit system, but a game. It's like tower defense almost, Jason, maybe? Like you call it a programming game. You just program your mechs with flowcharts. So like, yeah, like the Gambit system of Final Fantasy 12, but...
This mission briefing will walk you through the basic functions of Carnage Heart. For a complete understanding of all the game's functions, please read the Carnage Heart instruction manual and the programming strategy guide.
Instruction manual. Actually, I can download a bunch of instruction manuals.
The title screen for Carnage Heart offers 3
On
selections.
my mister. Art Dink made this.
Start game
that
allows
makes
you
sense.
to start a new game.
But yeah, like the library of the PlayStation is
Load
just
game
so
lets you
like,
continue a saved game.
it's wild because of
And
like
versus
Sony was
battle
so
is
aggressive
a
in
competition
pursuing
mode.
like weird games or whatever anybody wanted to make for the PlayStation,
When
that
you
it's just
start a new
like
game, you must first
there's
select a
so many
scenario.
games that I just didn't even know
Carnage Heart
existed,
has
like
3
Carnage Heart,
full
which
scenarios.
Jason loves, with Ty
Europa,
like adored, and
Ganymede,
I just had no
and
idea
Callisto.
even existed.
The
Whereas
Europa
like,
practice scenario
you know,
is a
I
single
look at
map
like the
scenario
Unholy
to help
War
beginners
or
learn the game.
Distrega, and people are like, what is that? I'm like, man, we spent hours playing the Unholy War and Distrega. I think like one of them was just a demo, and we still spent hours and hours and hours and hours playing it all together.
In the world
You
of
played
Carnage
Distrega?
Heart,
Yeah.
you are represented-
It's pretty good. Okay, okay, let's get to the actual game. Jason can walk me through what I'm doing here. It doesn't like when I try to launch. New games from within a different game. Reset? Would that take me back to the main? Or does that reset the game? Yeah, Alex, you were an N64 kid. Yeah, browsing the game's corner at Family Video was always an exercise in humility. Like, nah, it's fine. I don't need more than 28 games. I had a 64 that I loved, but absolutely, like, my collection of Nintendo 64 games is pretty healthy now, but I've also bought quite a few as an adult over the past few years. But my PlayStation library was better. Absolutely. Okay, let's go back to the main menu and play the actual game. I loved my Nintendo 64. Like, I'm not going to pretend I didn't. Like, Super Mario 64 was great. Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing. You know, as much as we've been talking about GoldenEye being, you know, not actually that great, my memories of, you know, playing it with my friends. Like, we had some fantastic nights playing GoldenEye. Bomberman 64 was a big one. And so, like, you know, again, like, it wasn't a great single player console. And I think that's what a lot of it comes down to, is like, if you had a community of friends who were into playing the multiplayer games, great system. If it was your choice of single player games, it was a little rough. So yeah, PlayStation definitely my single player like go-to, and 64 was great for those multiplayer games. Okay, I feel like Quest 64. Actually, breaking news. I'm nearing the end of my Illusion of Gaia stream, and I've been waiting to get my SuperStation because it has a very, very good Nintendo 64 core to stream Quest 64 as my next full playthrough game. So we're gonna do that pretty soon, which is fun. I've been playing Quest Brian's Journey, the Game Boy Color version of Quest 64, on my Analog Pocket, and like I actually kind of like it. I'm surprised. Again, I don't know that I would say it's necessarily good, but sorry, I'm just now okay. It's because I have Analog on. That's why it won't work. Yeah, okay, when I turn Analog on the PS2 controller, that's why I was having troubles with it earlier. That makes sense. But yeah, so I'm going to play through Quest 64. And I absolutely love, I mean, we talk about the Blue Sky account all the time on the show. The way that they've sort of revitalized the game's reputation is just so good. How is the audio? Is the audio too loud underneath my my speaking volume? Looks a little loud in OBS. Maybe I'll bring it down a bit. Quest 64, like, oh my god, what? I feel like Carnage Heart is just like Mr. the game. Playing it looks like how I felt trying to set up my Mr. Like, what am I looking at here? Okay. Oh, Europa. Practice. Okay, scenario. Okay, practice. Radius. Mass. Okay. Oh. Okay. Like how the option save, load, BGL. Background. Negotiation. Oh, nice to meet you, Commander. You can purchase blueprints to create more powerful OKEs from these companies. Presumably OKEs are your mechs, I guess. Look at that guy. He's got a Palm Pilot. This background music does slap. The music so far has been pretty cool. Wait, Europa looks like Earth. Oh no, that's because I'm negotiating. OKE equals Overkill Engine. Which are the mechs. Okay. Man. Oh, who do I want to buy stuff from? Okay. That's Canada. Isn't it? Why would there be a mech? Okay. Well, that looks like Canada. Why would it be called Canyon Logic if it's in Northwest BC? Yeah, okay. So negotiation is just like the shop. Where's that? The Earth, the like globe being, is that Ireland? Union Clod. AAC. That looks like Michigan. What is that? Germany? France? That looks like the same spot, basically. Oh my gosh, no, that one's closer to Finland, so that's probably like Germany. That one's like France. This one's Japan. Well, this one looks like Canada, so I'm definitely gonna buy stuff from them. Some blueprints. Okay, this is engine. Okay, Jason's explaining the game to me. Let's see. As the game goes on, they develop new tech for you to buy. You can also invest money into projects when they're in R&D to speed up. Oh, that's kind of cool. So a little bit of like 4X style gameplay too, hey? This is a missile. We have a blueprint that can be optimized. Oh. The above optimization is possible in 8 turns. Haha, yes. So output going up, engine display, okay, tactics. Haha. Deploy. Oh. Form unit. The formation of battle units is conducted here. Okay. I want. Oh, I see. Card 27. Are these, so I just have 2? I guess. 28. Oh wait, hold on. This one will be 26. 26, 27, 28. Release or auto? Auto. Oh, I can put one more. Oh, I can look at. I can do all of them. Okay, that's cool. Auto. You build mechs in your base factories, then assemble them into squads of 3 and give them commands on the map. This is like it's like reminds me of that mini game in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is where instructions are given to the units of the base. Okay, standby and standby. No, I don't want a standby. I want a defend base. That one. And this one I want a capture base. This one. Okay. Oh, what's this map? Okay. Factory. Production. Ooh. Specify the card and line for production to begin. Don't forget to produce ammo. I gotta produce ammo. Card. 7. Maybe I can't do that yet. Base list. End. Oh wait, this is just my turn? Design. End turn. Oh, whoa. What? Oh, it is like a kind of a 4X game, hey? Okay. Whoa. It's like ogre battle a little bit. All right. So, once you set all your commands, you end your turn, and the commands get executed. Oh my gosh! Look at this. I'm fighting some tanks, but my guy's not doing anything. He's just getting like. I can control the camera, but attack, buddy. Attack. You go into design, create your new mech designs. Each map, they start with some pre-made mechs. But they're weak. You need to make your own or you'll get run over pretty quickly. Yeah, I can see that happening. And yes, in your factories, you have to put mechs on the production lines and create ammo. Turn-based ogre battle, yeah. Now, see, you can watch the battles, but you can't control them. They follow the program you do. Pretty cool. Doing this like on the PlayStation is pretty wild. In the design tab, you can choose their hardware and also design the software using a flowchart system. Huh. I don't really know what's happening. Can I go see my other mechs, or did I die? Oh, there's one. So I can switch between mechs by pressing L2 and R2. Okay, I appreciate all the explanation in chat, Jason. I'm making fun of Carnage Heart, but it genuinely does seem kind of cool, even if I don't know what's happening yet. I can see how it would be that rabbit hole, especially okay, did I win? Especially like I think Ty said him and his friends like got deep into the kind of theory behind the game and stuff, and I can see how that would be really like really compelling. I don't know if it's making for the best stream, but okay, a card contains a design for an OKE. You can have up to 28 different cards. Jason says, I will info dump about this game as much as you'll let me. It's wild that we did an episode about this game when it means so much to you. Which is so funny. Because again, like I did not know about this episode until we recorded the episode, and Ty was like, we're doing this game. And I went, I've never heard of that game in my life. I liked Front Mission. So like I liked the vibe, like the mech-based like combat. Yeah, it's not a great stream game. No, it's not a great stream game. I feel like some of the localization is a little like could be better. Like what are cards? Like why would I use the term card for this? Oh, look at that guy. Got the Unabomber. This is where you design and outfit an OKE. I'll do it for you if you select auto. No, I'm going to do it myself. Oh, Prowler 1. Oh my gosh. It's got a mouse. It's like ahead of its time. I hate nothing more than the fact that we have all these like mouse controls in console games. Absolutely abysmal. Could have used better localization and polish. Yeah, just like because the concepts are quite complex. I feel like having more just like descriptive or skeuomorphic names for things would have helped a lot. Like Card 1 is just a wild label, but okay, I can feel myself losing people on stream as we play this. So we're gonna move on to something that's maybe a little better for streaming, but that was actually pretty cool. I appreciate that. Let's see what else. Jason was also requesting a full playthrough of Chrono Trigger on stream. I could do that. I suggested SNES Doom. But I know what we could play. Not SNES Doom. But this is one of the things that I was really excited about, was being able to get access to stuff like 32X. The only time I ever played 32X was when I was in Edmonton visiting some friends of my parents, and they had a 32X, and I think I played Doom for sure. I remember that because I was like pretty impressed by it. And then like maybe Knuckles Chaotix, maybe. But yeah, let's check out some Doom. So let's see what the 32X like. So I can play like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So like you can see on HDMI, it's like correcting it for like, because this is kind of squished. It's making no difference on my CRT. But corrected does look a little better. And there's like so much overscan. That looks pretty good. Scale, normal. Oh yeah, that's just scaling. Normal or via integer is usually the best. Border. I can put a border on. No, thank you. Composite blend. Interesting. Audio filter, hi-fi PCM, that's cool. Input stuff, miscellaneous, ROM stuff, sprite limit. Okay. Let's play some Doom. So of course this is coming out, like, if we remember, Doom on the SNES. The original version does not run very well, but 32X version, like, it's pretty smooth. One thing you'll notice, though, is there's a lot missing from this version to make it run like this. So usually there's, like, items, like pickups, all around the edges here. If we go in here, these, like, whole pillars are missing. They're just gone. And those are in the Super Nintendo version. So, of course, like, there's definitely not the secret button on the pillar right here. That button was in the that pillar was in the Super Nintendo version, but the button was gone, so you couldn't get the secret, but they added it back in for the limited run version of Doom. And so you're seeing just different compromises made here in the 32X version, which is interesting. You'll notice that a lot of the textures and stuff are different as well. However, it plays pretty nicely. And I feel like it's like more you can just kind of see things better in it as well. Like I would say that, like, I don't even know how to like describe that, but like in the Super Nintendo version, when there were like enemies far off, like you just couldn't really see. But you can in this version. You'll see this room looks very different than kind of stock Doom. Textures are all different. I also feel like the levels were actually like rebuilt from scratch, because like I've played a lot of the first level of Doom, and this just is the distance between here and here feels off. This thing feels too deep or something. It's very strange. One of the funny things is also something funny. I was playing this yesterday, checking it out to try out the 32X core. But like that imp up there, I think that's an example of where I could, on the Super Nintendo version, it was like basically like 4 pixels. But yeah, so like one of the funny things here is all the secrets. I don't know if this is intentional or what, but like, the door is just gray. Like that's not how it is in any other version of Doom. In chat, Jason said that I had a friend in high school that always had new console stuff, and I'd go over to his house and play a lot of things. He got a 32X, and I got to play Doom on it. Alex says I should play Doom 2 and 3 sometime. Doom 1 was a banger. Doom 1, incredible game. Doom 2, also incredible. And the fact that they came out like so close together is wild. I actually think Doom 2 is a fabulous example of the way that like games could benefit from just iterative improvements and design, taking like successful formulas or taking successful games. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh. Did my controller die? Oh no. Oh no. I forgot to... Oh, my controller just cut out. I don't know. Huh. Taking successful formulas and then like iterating on that rather than trying to build something new every time. And I think that like we see that with like the Team Asano games, Octopath Traveler 1, 2, and 0, and then spinning that out into a strategy game like Triangle Strategy, spinning that out into like a Zelda game like Tales or Adventures of Elliot, and like just rather than like having to rebuild everything completely from scratch every time, build off of that. And like Doom 2 is a straight up classic game, and it doesn't suffer from the fact that it uses all of Doom's assets, right? Here's more examples of like how I feel like these levels were probably just like rebuilt from scratch. Like I don't think those aren't recessed in the other. Is that even there in the other version? Because this is supposed to be like, those are like from later in the game and like some not, yeah, weird. These are obviously like grates in other versions, or in the Jaguar version they're just not there at all. So it just feels strange, like being in a version of a game that like everything's just a little off. The game audio is pretty quiet now. I wonder if there's like a way I can normalize audio, game audio output in on the Mister. Because Carnage Heart was way too loud, and this game is like way quieter. Woo. Okay, so that secret is not gray. You kind of need music to... This music is good. This is like... Listen, here, I'm just going to turn up the music a bit. This is so funny. There's like no bass. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the 32X did not improve the Sega Genesis's sound abilities. This is so funny. Yeah, that music is very rough. All right. Oh, here, let's see. Oh, Alex, yeah, I do use OBS, and if you have like improvements, I'm pretty much using it stock. That would be fabulous, because I would really like to work on improving, continuing to improve the stream. This is another example of where things have changed. This is just like a switch, one of those chunk switches instead of like a button. We don't have the map. Like, it's just so funny how they like, I guess they save space by not having to have a different map per episode or whatever, but and somehow I got 100% on that when I swear to God I would have missed some items if it was a regular playthrough. Okay, this level looks all wrong too. A lot of the lighting is gone. There's like baked lighting in Doom. That's all gone here. The baked lighting in Doom looks really good too. What I want to do is find You do get like the skybox and stuff. Do you have, and you have like ceiling and floor textures. That's an improvement over SNES. So like, if you think about the fact that like, if you're a console player and your options were SNES Doom, which you know I love, and this, like, this is, despite its like kind of compromises and changes, it like definitely feels like it's less compromised than the Super Nintendo one. But the Super Nintendo one from Limited Run, on the flip side, feels like it's far closer to like actual Doom. Like, this one feels like if I tried to draw Doom from memory, you know? I want to go see. There's one room I want to see in this level, and then I think we'll kind of carry on to the next thing. Right, Alex in chat is saying, like, my mic is perfect, but yeah, the compression stuff makes sure you have enough wiggle room for any given game. Yeah, and I usually do a little bit of, like, processing of audio through my mixer. Like, I have a Rodecaster Pro. And it handles a bit of that for me, but for whatever reason, I don't even know how or why, but my audio here is not passing through my Rodecaster, so that's probably also not helping stuff out. But yeah, a bit of compression on game audio and stuff would help a lot, I think. Okay, this is the room I wanted to see. Yeah, it's just weird how like all the textures are different but similar. Like, it uses that bright blue, but these are all like computer monitors and stuff in the other version of Doom. So like, what was the benefit of like adding these new textures? Presumably each texture is just like a little bit smaller, like size-wise, like you know, like space-wise. Maybe it loads faster. Maybe it, I don't know. Maybe it just helps smooth things out. But very weird. But yeah, Alex, if you can send that over to me, just you know, let's pop into Discord or whatever, and you can help me set it up after the stream or whatever. That would be much appreciated. Okay, 32X. Let's stick with the 32X though. So that's Doom on the 32X. It's okay. We could play Golf Magazine Presents 36 Great Holes starring Fred Couples. I don't know why. It's a lot of different versions of this. Yeah, yeah, that's interesting, Alex. Looks more like a horror game. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of those golf here. Okay. Knuckles Chaotix. Let's play Calibri. I don't know why there are so many versions of that game, but I do like. I did comprehensively rip many revisions of my copy of Golf Magazine Presents Super Links with Fred Couples. That I definitely did on my own. Calibri. It's a game about hummingbirds. D-pad mode. Hold direction while firing. Change direction while firing. Bird speed. Fast. Yeah, that's right. I'm working on a boss fight books about Golf Magazine Presents Fred Couples. You got me, Alex. Okay, this one I'm. I don't know why this game makes me think of Eric Lehman from Retrograde Amnesia. For some reason, I do have that corrected, and it looks worse. Well, it kind of looks better, but there's not as much overscan area, so I'm gonna pop that into normal there. The worst thing about playing Sega Saturn or any Sega games, like Saturn games, 32X games, Genesis games, is like they don't work well on standard controllers when you don't have like a 3-button controller. And so I am kind of looking for either buying like a USB, like a Retrobit USB controller, Saturn controller, which should work well, or getting, when the dock arrives, I will have the ability to get like a snack adapter for my actual Saturn controller. So we'll see what I end up doing. But oh no, bees. This game's funny because they like replicated like the sort of like bobby, like the bobbing aspect of how hummingbirds fly. I don't understand what I'm doing. None of the whoa. So yeah, playing a 32X game on a standard like 4-button like controller is weird because look at that frog. Hello. Oh no! What? Frog can't eat a hummingbird. That can't happen. I don't actually know what I'm doing. How do I attack? Or I guess, do hummingbirds attack things? Can I eat flowers? I can dash. What do other buttons do? That just pauses. So I can do that dash move. Is that how I eat stuff? But like, I think I eat flowers, right? Am I eating that flower? Oh, the music changed. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Huh. So that was just sort of like interesting. Oh, those crystals. That's kind of neat. I was just flying around on this like a hummingbird, doing my hummingbird things, waiting sort of for the level to start. Okay, now I can fire stuff. Ooh. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a weird game. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. But it's like not a scroller. Huh. I can shoot these rings. Yeah, get this stuff. Oh my gosh. Look at all these bubbles. Oh, I can get those yellow jackets. Blast them. The like floatiness of the hummingbird is not... It's hard. But I also like how it doesn't like feel like a spaceship. I think that's really good. Oh, I've got homing hummingbirds. Okay, look at I defeated all the wasps. Now my hummingbird friends are back. We need a quadruple $1 billion reboot of this franchise. Yeah, no kidding. Isn't there like a Echo reboot coming back? Oh, hey, I did it. I beat the level. So I guess I'm trying to like clear out the bugs so that my hummingbird friends can like return to their home. I've got like home. This is wild. Right, okay, so there was like that one setting where the controls, like if I moved while shooting, I would like change direction. Right now I kind of like strafe back and forth, which is kind of interesting. This music is so good. Oh no. Oh. I died. Which is weird because I cannot like... Okay, that must be like a shield. I like that homing one that homes in on wasps. This game's just beautiful too. Like I love this setting. It's fabulous. Can hummingbirds fly backwards? It's weird because like the wasps are flying out of the level. Do they just respawn? Oh yeah. What? Oh. So these are like power-ups? This game's pretty sweet. I like it. I'm a fan. I do feel like I want to switch to that other control scheme where like I turn around in the direction that when I'm firing rather than having to stop firing and then turn. worms. Like black flies. Gross. Oh, they got me. JC, you've never seen this before. This is a game that like I loved the look of in magazines. Like I would always like just ogle over the screenshots and stuff because it's so colorful. And like visually so unique. I love how there's no UI. That kind of stuff was always so appealing to me. But you know, again, like the only person I knew with 32X lived like in a different province. So it wasn't like I ever had a chance to actually play it. And I would rent a Sega Genesis now and then, but I don't think I ever actually rented a 32X. So in any case, this is the first time I've actually played a game that I've like sort of admired from afar for 30 years. Ooh, crystals. It's like my power-up station. Am I getting health back? It's kind of hard that you don't... Oh yeah, I have my dash off too. I like this homing missile. I like that there's no UI, but I also like, how do I tell how much health I have? Or what? How many, like, do I have a certain number of bullets? Ooh, I got that black. Yes. And then when there's no foreground elements, it's like really hard to tell if I'm going up and down. I never knew being a hummingbird was so exciting. Hey, Greg, thank you. Thanks for dropping by. We're playing Calibri on the 32X right now. And taking requests if you have any suggestions for anything from sort of the... Well, anything I have on the list right now, from the PlayStation 2 and 64 era and older. They should, yeah. We were just talking about about Echo. Was this by the same team that did Echo? Maybe. That would make a lot of sense. Jason says this game cornered the laser hummingbird market. Yeah, it definitely did, didn't it? One thing I've like really, I find it hard that there's not a lot of like feedback when you get hit in this game. You just kind of flash, and so it's hard for me to tell when I get hit sometimes. One thing I've kind of like come to appreciate over time is Rumble as like a feedback mechanism. I don't really care for it as like an immersive element. Okay, let's find something else where it's like trying to like, you know, immerse you in the game more, but I do like it as a more as a feedback element. If there was like a subtle rumble when I was getting hit, that would make a big difference in terms of helping me understand like how and where and why I was getting hit, hitboxes and stuff. They included, Alex is saying they included bowling in the recent Golden Tee Golf Anthology, so all things are possible. Well, it would be pretty cool to have Calibri come back as a bonus in that Echo game for sure. Tempo's cool. This is another game, again, 32X. I never really got to play, but I was messing around with it last night, and some of the animation and stuff is wild in this game. Really impressive.
You know what time it is. Yo, homie, peep here. Tempo, check it out. You know he makes it funky, and he's good to go. Everything. Catch the groove in New York, LA, and San Francisco.
This is cool. I feel like this is like really leaning into the Sega Genesis like sound chip sounding like farts too for its music. Look at that guy. Look at that like sick logo. Like I like this. Alex, yeah, this character design in the 90s truly were the decade of all time, right? Like this is good. I this makes me feel things. But look at like, okay, oh, whoa, I just went into music. Hi-Fi Performance. That looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be transparent. And there's oh my gosh. I'm gonna see if there's a, composite blend. Oh, that looks oh yeah, look at that. Oh, okay. Huh. That looks better on my CRT as well, which is interesting. I can see like under those wires up at the top is dithering for the shadow, but if I turn composite blend on, it turns into like an actual shadow. It's better. I wonder if that would have helped with those flashing lights. Oh my gosh. So I'm a bug. I can like float. That's cool. I can kick. Whoa. Okay, so let's go this way. Oh, I see some electricity down there, so I don't want to go there. What? How are those not collectible gems? Oh my gosh, the tempo. It's increasing. Just like the name. This like rainbow like vibe is like, it's my jam. This is doing it for me, guys. This is working. I'm supposed to go up here. How do I go up there? Whoa. Again, I don't know what's happening, which is, I would say, like par for the course with most Sega platformers. But yeah, like Jason in chat saying, like, the animation is pretty sick. Greg in chat saying, further we get from the 90s, more I realize we peaked in the 90s, just about every way. Yeah, man, the 90s, we didn't know how good we had it. I maintain that the 90s were the best time to be, well, like a white kid in North America. Certainly was not a perfect time all around, but oh my gosh. Oh boy, it's already been an hour and a half. Okay, let's move on from tempo. Good game. Sick game with like amazing vibes and animation. But I want to check out some other kind of random weird stuff. This Euro platformer really feels like one. I don't know. It's a good question. Let's check it out. Tempo 32X. One of the nice things too about having my CRT here is I don't have to give up my main monitor to play games like I did with my my Super NT. Okay. No, this is a Japanese. This was directed by Keisuke Abe and developed by Red Company and Sega CS3. So Abe also did Bonk's Adventure, Bonk's Revenge, Super Bonk, which kind of tracks. But like that idle animation, like this is good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Well done. Okay, so that was 32X. Was there anything else on 32X that seemed worthwhile? Blackthorn, Play Fighter 2, Cosmic Carnage, Doom Europe. That's a lot of Doom revisions. Echo the Dolphin, Developer Cart, Golf Magazine Presents. Yeah, Jason, I actually think that Chaotix was one of the very few games I did play on that I did play on 32X. I believe my friends had it. Either that or it was a game that was on a display unit at like a store, at a computer store, game store. Yes, Greg, I loaded up Chaotix last night and I did not understand what was going on. I was Knuckles and could glide, and then I got chained to another character in a boss battle, and it was inexplicable. I did not know what was going on. Oh, here we go. So, CDI. Philip CDI. Pretty wild. I've never played a CDI. I've never seen a CDI. But now I'm going to subject you to a game that one was tied for, I suppose. The second worst game of all time by Sean Baby in EGM 150. Hotel Morio. Greg says, speaking of CDI, everyone should play RZ. Yes, I have not played it yet, but I am very, very curious about it. And of course, friends of the show, My Life in Gaming, were involved in making it in some capacity. And CDI is a vibe. It's like, it's a weird one. But what we're going to check out right now, Zelda's Adventure. I also played this a few days ago. And it's not what I expected. I don't even know, like, I know, like, so there's the Zelda, CDI Zelda games, right? And some of them just look like bad Zelda games. But this one is insane. It looks like, well, you'll see. So Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamelon, they both like looked like Zelda games, even if they like looked really bad, right? This game is insane. This game looks like some strange, like early 90s PC like game. Like, you're not ready. Greg saying apparently the CDI dude who made RZ released a patched version that makes it very playable. Love it. I love the photorealistic tile work in CDI games for the folks' photorealism. Not really because it fits any game aesthetic. It definitely, like, it has its own look and vibe to it. It's not really like anything else. Yeah, here we go. This is Zelda's Adventure.
The scroll of Shermak, bearer of sad news these many years
So
ago.
you play as Zelda.
And so it was.
Wikipedia claims the level design is very, quote, very much like the original
stolen the treasured celestial
Legend of Zelda and Link to the Past.
Link. A brave warrior would
Yeah,
have
Jason,
to be
90,
found
90s
to face
FMV,
this
incredible
evil
vibes.
monster.
This is what I hope the Zelda movie is going to look like. Greg says this is one of the reasons I love 90s multimedia. No one had a blessed clue how to take advantage of the massive storage. So they just tried, kind of tried everything. Yeah, and it's
So
cool. I like it. Like,
champion of strength
we were talking about
It is you,
Night Trap
Princess
or the
Zelda,
crisscross, like make your own
with
music
this
video
magic
games. Like,
pendant
are they
go
good?
forth, and
No,
with each sign
they're not. But
together
the fact
so
that they
too
exist
will
and
you
like
gain
we're
knowledge.
trying ways to
Bind your
blend
magic wand,
like
use it
types of
wisely,
media together was really
listen
interesting
to
to
your
me, and I'm
allies
so
along the
glad
way.
that they exist.
Go now, my princess. Restore the celestial signs and rescue
I wonder
Link.
who played the princess in this. Like, who is that? All right, here we go. Okay, so that's the game that I started. So we'll just start that again so I don't have to use a mouse cursor to try to input a name again. Okay, Zelda's Adventure. Like, look at this. Yeah, okay. Jason mentioning, speaking of, I saw someone play the new 90s FMV inspired game Forbidden Solitaire, and it was neat. I really want to play Forbidden Solitaire. However, from what I can tell, it's not something I have access to. It's on Windows, I think, and I cannot play Windows games. Alex has played through it last week and it rules. Greg is going to play it too. We should get like a Forbidden Solitaire like book club going on in the Fun
I am
Factor
Shermak,
Discord or
your
something
guide.
like that.
I
If we
have
can get enough
known you
people
since
playing
you were
it.
a child. You were given a difficult challenge. You will have to go far and overcome great danger. Stay calm and use your knowledge.
Oops. So there's a disembodied voice talking to me sometimes. Did anyone play Dink Smallwood, which is a heck of a name. But that's what this game reminds me of. This like photorealistic like fantasy world. And it's so funny. Greg says I need to get vampire crawlers out of my system, and Alex said just started crawlers.
There is something you must.
That's a game that I bought Vampire Survivor recently because it was on sale. I never really got into it. I didn't really understand what was happening. Oh, I'm gonna die. There's a sword somewhere. But did I die? No. But I'm also down to like no hearts. How do I get oh my gosh. Orcs. So anyway. Yeah. Jason, I know. Like, I'm used to in modern games, if a disembodied voice is telling me something, or I'm listening to like whatever, the logs, if I like switch scenes, it's fine. And the music, the audio just keeps playing, but not in this game. Oh, there's my sword. So I guess like when it starts talking, I'm just supposed to like start or stop and listen. Ooh, moblins. Are these moblins? They sound like the big gorilla enemies in the Silver Star story. Oh my gosh, that one has a boomerang. So I can... Oh, this is my menu. Map. Let's see the map. I like how Zelda swings the sword like she's slapping someone with a ruler. Yeah. You know, playing this game, it really does highlight how, like, it's kind of criminal that Zelda's never had a good Zelda game until Echoes of Wisdom. But now we have Echoes of Wisdom, and it is so good. I actually had a dream last night that I was, like, I don't know, at some vintage store, and I found this, like, rose gold Echoes of Wisdom 3DS, complete in box, sealed, $12.99. I woke up and unfortunately did not have a rose gold Echoes of Wisdom 3DS in my possession. I was sad. Alright. Okay. I don't know how much longer I can play this. Okay, anyway, Zelda's Adventure, it's not good. Games like Blasto, I can kind of like find the fun. Oh no, rips him. Alright. Link will never be saved. But okay, that's enough. I don't want to play any more CDI games. Sorry guys. I mean I ripped my CDI games with my CDI game ripper. And I got a bunch of them, and I feel like I'm never going to play that again. What else did I say? I had a few games in chat I said I was going to play. I was saying I'm trying to get a copy of Bubsy 4D so that I can do a Bubsy stream and stream all of them. So I think I'll save Bubsy 3D for that. But let's see. Okay. Calibri, Tale of the Sun, Misadventures of Tronbon. How's Clax on the links? Well, let's find out. Clax. You want the beta or the real version? Alex says, yeah, you want Bubsy 4D too. Sounds like it's pretty good. I actually like, kind of a big fan of the original Bubsy, but that's every time I play it, I'm like, oh, this game actually sucks. So I think I just played it at the right time as a kid. What insert game? I did. Clax. I haven't actually played a Lynx game yet. 240p mode? Okay, that looks better on my CRT, but it's not coming up on stream. Oh, yeah, okay, that works. Scale, VSync adjust. Oh. Oh no. No. Sync core to 60 hertz. Sure. Video timing for YC. I actually do need that on my CRT. Let's see if that works okay over HDMI though. FPS overlay. Whoa. Okay. Load links. Insert game. Okay. Let's try that again. Clacks. Clacks. Okay. Ah, what? Oh no. Oh, what? It's a. What are you subjecting me to, Greg? Okay. I know I can rotate orientation. Here we go. Okay. What? That didn't work. Oh my gosh. It's sideways. Easy. Oh. Okay, let's play easy mode. Why doesn't orientation work? Maybe I have to not scale to 240p. Aha. Okay. It's tiny on my CRT, but this works. Okay. Aspect rate. Scale. The integer. Video timing for YC. I'll take that off because I'm not going to play on my CRT. Sync core to 60 hertz. Well, I have. Okay. Wave 1. Wave 1 drops per game 3. No bonus. Oh, this is like Balatro. This is one of 2 games you own for your links. Wow. How to play. Get 3 in a row. Vertically for 50 points and horizontally for what? Diagonally for crazy.
Clack,
okay.
wave.
Clacks wave. You must get 3. I've never played Clacks. I played a what? This actually looks pretty cool. This 3D perspective. No, I've never played Clacks, and Greg, I'm sorry. I am skeptical of your assertion that it's the official game of the 90s. I don't think that that's true. How do I make it go sideways? It says so right before the title screen. Well, the title screen could never lie, could it? I like that spring sound. I need to sample that for Fun Factor streams for when Ty says something goofy. Ooh, 50 points. Aha. I don't even know, like, what else is on Lynx? What was your other game that you had on Lynx? Greg, let's play your other game. So what was good on Lynx besides Clacks? Viking Child, and it was terrible. So if Clacks was good and Viking Child was terrible, how did you end up with Viking Child and Clacks? Like what led you to getting a Lynx and having only these 2 games? Just gonna switch to 240p mode, horizontal. Ooh, look at this. So loud, yeah, it's loud. There you go. Okay, sorry. You traded some old games, Greg, to someone for Lynx and those games. Will you admit what games you traded them? Was Lynx a 16:9 screen? Is that why my 4:3? Let's hear. Okay, let's do that for a sec. Okay, so this game is terrible. This map is cool. Okay. Fun fact about Klax, it was made by Atari Games in the arcade and ported to the Genesis by the same crew. Little did they know that management had licensed it out to Namco for a home port as well. They found it out after the fact that Namco had already released a Mega Drive version in Japan. That's wild, man. Like, wild times. Oh my gosh. Wow. What? This jump is insane. It's so slow. Oh my God, Greg, what are you doing to me? I don't like... Listen, I've never made a game, a video game. So who am I to judge? But how are you also playing this and saying, yeah, we're cooking. This is good. We got there. We got there, guys. Jason says this looks awful. Greg is confirming once again that it is very bad. This, even if I was like stuck in the back of a car on a road trip, I don't think I would be inspired by this. I'm going to buy some testicles. All right, there we go. I got 4 testicles and some bombs. This is one of the worst games I've ever played on stream for Fun Factor, and I blame Greg. 2 distinct versions of Klax for the Mega Drive and Genesis. Alex says, reminds me of all the Tetris nonsense, people bluffing that they have the proper license here and there. Yeah, those were some wild times. Greg, Batman Returns on the Lynx. Batman Returns on the NES is good, right? That's Batman Returns. But let's try it here, and then let's try the NES version. Hockey. 1992. I guess for 1992, like, all the colors on a handheld was probably cool. And I do like the, I don't seem to have ripped my illegally. Oh, there it is. Batman 89 was so good, Alex is saying. We'll hop over to the NES. Yeah, Batman Returns, one of those level games that was, oh my gosh, what? Look at how big I am. These sprites are hilarious. I guess because, like, it's wild, though, how... This probably looked cool on a Link screen. I'm going to load this up in my Analog Pocket. But yeah, this is not great. You probably can't hear it, hey? Hey, this is like... Oh my gosh. How am I supposed to avoid all these dynamites? Imagine being... Okay. Man, Road Blasters. Only home version of Stun Runner, Warbirds. Are you just naming the worst Lynx games? There are decent Lynx games. Blue Lightning, Checkered Flag, Miss Pac-Man, Ninja Gaiden is actually based on the arcade game and not the NES game. Pinball Jam, Rampage, Road Blasters, Warbirds. Those are the best ones. Okay, well, I will take your word for it because I want to go play the NES version of Batman Returns, which is... Yeah, please understand it's all relative. Yeah. Just like picture yourself if you're stuck in the back of a car on a really long road trip, and you have a game, and it's like, and it's the only thing you have. It's either that or stare out the window. Those games hold up against staring out the window for 6 hours, I guess. Bad Dudes. Let's see. Batman, Return of the Joker, Batman Returns. Batman Returns is just like, it just looks really good for an NES game. Let's go back to my 4x3 stream. Oh, I have some... One sec. Okay. I've got some. So like one of the other things about Mr. and the SuperStation is you do have filter options, which kind of simulate scan lines. They're all pretty good. Well, they're not all pretty good, but lots of good options. We'll skip through some of this if we can. Greg's saying the Sega CD version of Batman Returns is an all-timer because of the driving stages. I don't have any Sega CD games on here yet, so I can't check that one out. And I will defend the platformer sections too, though they look awful. That's fair. But this game looks good. This is... Shreks. Oh, I could play Shrek. It was... Oh, no, that was the PlayStation... Was that PlayStation version of Shrek? When was it? When were we talking about Shrek? No, that was PS2, right? Can I not really not skip any of this? I am starting to get some messages from my family saying, when are you going to be done streaming? So I should probably wrap this up after another couple of games here. Greg, if when we get to that point of covering Sega CD in that era, 100% would love to have you on. We actually, for everybody in chat, I'm working on a bonus episode of the show for Ultra members, and Greg joins us with Pandemonium to talk about the Sega Saturn launch. There were some technical issues that have delayed the production of it quite significantly, but it is very good and it is coming. Alex is saying, yeah, this is gorgeous. This game is good. Hello, Zet Sensei. Everything is great. I'm a little overwhelmed at points with the SuperStation and Mr. because it's just like Mr. is just such a wild ecosystem to get into. But I'm figuring it out, and I've been really impressed with everything that I've played so far, and having access to random stuff like 32X and CDI is something that I've always wanted to be able to check out a lot of the weird edge case games on those consoles. And then I was saying earlier, I have this hooked up. It has dual analog and digital output, so I have the game on my CRT right beside my Commodore monitor, and it's streaming in 1440p via HDMI to my capture card, which is pretty cool. Good stuff. This is Batman Returns, and this is just a beautiful game. I just think for the NES, it's just really impressive. Oh, I'll pause. I'll turn up the music a little bit too. The sound's really low. That's definitely something that, for the stream, noticing how different the sound level output is, has been noticeable. Some games are way louder. Some systems are way louder than others. Jason saying you hooked up a Sega CD through a friend's VCR and recorded you playing it. That's pretty sick. I actually ran so I'm playing on a Commodore 1702 monitor right now, which I talk about nonstop. But that was actually my first TV in my bedroom was my dad's old Commodore monitor. And so that's what oh my gosh, look at this guy. Look at those legs. I feel like fighting on stilts is a bad move. That's not gonna end well for you. But in any case, I played all Super Nintendo games. That's what I played Chrono Trigger on, all the PlayStation games. But obviously it wasn't a TV. So what I was able to do was hook up a VCR and get cable through that. And so I ran everything through my VCR to a Commodore 64 monitor. I love how the items that I can get are in gigantic gift boxes. Somebody's out there leaving presents for Batman. This music is so good. Oh, there's one. Let's Let's see. Sorry, catching up on chat here. Zet Sensei says, glad you figured out the config and all. Yeah, it's been a lot of trial and error over time. But I'm getting there, and I do love this stuff. Like I am in, like, my day job is in web development. I'm fully comfortable messing around with INI files and scripts and stuff like that. So it's a lot to take in at first, but I'm really happy with the progress that I've made. Greg saying, girl I was totally in love with in high school was so interested in the Sega CD, I recorded hours of footage on VHS so she could watch it at home. I still have that tape somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Greg, like, let's do a stream. Let's do a live, let's do a premiere of your Sega CD footage on VHS. I did, Zet Sensei, I already launched some 32X games. We played Doom on 32X, also played some Calibri on 32X, both of which were pretty cool. You can, of course, see those on the VOD after the stream ends. It'll be up on YouTube. Talked about Knuckles Chaotix, which is an inexplicable game, but I did not play it yet. Definitely happy to do like a 32X like dedicated stream though at some point. That would be pretty fun. Now that I have access to so many more consoles that I can stream through my capture card, I'd love to do more, you know, like I do my Illusion of Gaia playthrough, I'm gonna do a Quest 64 playthrough. I'd love to do more like dedicated, like, hey, like let's check out the 32X. Let's check out, you know, other random consoles over time. So okay, I'm running up against the end of my stream. I am getting messages from my family saying, when are you going to be done? But one thing I want to do, looking forward to Chrono Trigger playthrough. Yes, definitely Chrono Trigger playthrough at some point. That is on the dock. I actually have, if you find my personal YouTube, I have a mostly complete playthrough of Chrono Trigger. But I would be starting over, doing a different one. This one, I just want to play the theme song from this game for you guys to listen to, because it is so good. Like, Game Boy has no right going this hard. Look at that logo on Game Boy. Your best friend had this on Game Boy, Greg? Yeah. I never played it. Somewhere, like just some random post on social media somewhere, somebody was like, hey man, this song goes really hard. And then I listened to it and I was like, okay, this is so sick. Like, I'm in love with that logo. I'm in love with this song. All right. Let's see. One thing, like, since getting the Mr. SuperStation is, I feel like it's not ideal for mobile games, like Game Boy. Like, I can't see a situation where I'd want to play through a game on this instead of my analog pocket. It's not that, like, you know, the FPGA emulation isn't good or whatever. It's more that it's just like, it's just not really suited for you know, for playing on these flat screens. I suppose if I wanted to stream a game or whatever, I could. It looks okay, but like, I'm playing Brian's Quest on my analog pocket right now. It's like, you know, unlike some other games that I think I'll probably switch over to playing on the Mister, that I'm kind of midway through. There's no way I would switch over to playing Brian's Quest. I kind of like, I don't know if I miss being a kid. Probably. That's probably what it is, but I do kind of miss, like, licensed games, like the Ninja Turtles Game Boy games that I really liked. Some of them were pretty good. There's some pretty good licensed games, Chip and Dale and the NES and stuff like that. Licensed games nowadays are not great. Like, every once in a while, there's some good ones, but yeah, I mean, Greg, yeah, like they were mostly poor, and I just remember the good ones, right? I remember Chip and Dale and DuckTales and the good stuff. And, you know, like I do sometimes end up with some licensed games for my kids. But like the first Bluey game was just not good. The new one, the photo game, and the other one's just about to come out on Switch. They both look a bit better, but okay, let's load up something else. I've got about 10 more minutes. What should we play, guys? I had suggested Tale of the Sun in Discord, or Misadventures of Tronbon. Both of those are pretty cool. Let's see what else we have that we could kind of... I can show off some Jaguar. So like this is a single RAM, an old like single RAM build of the Jaguar core. SuperStation can only have one stick of RAM because I believe you have to choose between analog output or a second stick of RAM on the Mr. Pi. And they, like, for this device, absolutely made the right choice. With having the analog out stuff. But this kind of works. Here, let's check out Alien vs. Predator. Which was a game that I always thought looked pretty crazy. Greg says Tempest 2000. Okay, yeah, we'll hit up some Tempest 2000 after this. Yeah, but this single RAM version of the core works on SuperStation. I just don't know if it runs at full speed. I mean, this looks like it's running at full speed, but okay. Tempest 2000 is it's on the Jaguar. Okay, we'll see after Alien vs. Predator. We'll see. I don't think the Jaguar core, this version of it at least, does. Oh, Zen Sensei says Grey Rogue updated single RAM Jaguar core like 2 days ago. Oh, get out. Really? Amazing. This is like an old build that I grabbed off Discord from like it was quite old. So that's fabulous. I'll go find that update. Okay, so Greg, you're saying even at full speed, Alien vs. Predator runs at a really low frame rate on Jaguar. Okay, because I played it last night because I was always so curious about this game. And then I started playing it. I was like, is this like running at 50% speed? Like, what is going on? And you're saying that you think people love the idea of AVP more than the actual game. Yeah, it's that character. This was a game that just looked really good in stills and magazines. It just looked cool, visually. But yeah, it does not hold up well. But yes, so Grey Rogue updated the single RAM Jaguar core like 2 days ago. I'll check that out because I don't think it supports S-Video because I just get grayscale on my CRT. Yeah, here we go. This is Alien vs. Predator, and it looks like it's running at about 12 FPS. Like, I don't even know. Like, I do like the overlay. Like, the UI is just pretty funky. And again, like, this was the type of game, if you can find like a xenomorph or whatever and it's rushing at you out of the dark, like, I think they like kind of hit the vibe pretty nicely in terms of that sort of oppressive feel of Alien. And so it worked really well in stills, but it's absolutely a dog to play. Oh, get out. The new version supports Jaguar CD too. Okay. All right. We're going to do a Jaguar stream. Because when we were doing the EGM 150 episode, so many of Sean Baby's worst games of all time were Jaguar games. White Man Can't Jump was on there. Fight for Life was on there. And I just didn't think I'd actually be able to get to a point where I could stream those. But I think we'll go back and do a good Jaguar stream in the future. Where we check out a bunch of those games. Are there any good Jaguar games or Jaguar CD games? Like, it gets kind of ragged on for being a bad console, but surely there's got to be, like... Oh my gosh, that door opens so slow. Oh, there. See, like this. That looked so sick in a magazine still. It doesn't look good when you're actually playing it. God, what is the... V-Sync? V-Sync? Huh. I wonder if you can... So I can... Interesting. I can increase CPU speed. Does that make it run faster? No. It does not. Anyway, Alien vs. Predator. Cool game. Not really. But yeah, like, what else do we have here? Assassin Demo, Bad Code. Cannon Fodder. That's a game I always wanted to play. I don't think it's Jaguar exclusive, but check that out. Let's see, Doom on the Jaguar. We'll check that out. I'm gonna look into getting that updated single RAM core because I'm pretty excited about that. What else we got? Jagmania, Jaguar Server, huh? Jaguar Tetris. I love anything that kind of names a lot of its apps after itself. NBA Jam, Painter, Paula. So we're looking for Tempest 2000. Tempest 2000. Okay. Greg, you've steered me wrong multiple times on this stream with bad games. So we'll see. NBA Jam Tournament Edition was a good Jaguar game or just a good game? I mean, this game must, like, this is an actual, like, Jeff Minter game. So it's got to be okay. I'm currently playing this while looking at my OBS output, which probably is not the ideal way to play Tempest. It looks so good on my CRT though, like with its like high, like basically instantaneous response time. Oh. Granted, it's in black and white, but yeah, Jason, you want to see how, like, was it good on? Oh my gosh, this game, my brain just never really like figured out how to play Tempest. It just doesn't like. The movement is just like pressing left to move right. I know it's like clockwise and counterclockwise, but yeah, my brain just like has always struggled to kind of like kind of like grok what shot. Okay. Yeah, my brain's just always kind of struggled to like grok like how to play like Tempest. I want to do like, I wonder if I could switch it to up and down. Like, I think up and down would make a lot more sense to me. Oh no, it's gonna catch me. Oh no, I got caught. All right, let's see what else. Wolfenstein 3D, White Man Can't Jump. Yeah, we'll do a Jaguar stream. We'll do a 32x screen. I mean, you know what? I bet I could hook up my knob. I would like, this is a USB knob. I bet I could hook it up and play Tempest with actual knob controls, which I think would feel really good. I'll try that. I will try to figure out. I bet I can hook up my knob. So that's a back of the box quote. But yeah, Tempest 2000 actually seemed like a pretty good version of Tempest. I have time for one more game. What's one more game that we can check out before I wrap up today? Yeah, Jaguar single RAM core runs slower than dual RAM at the moment. Yeah, which, I mean, makes sense. But I mean, even playing, I mean, Tempest seemed to run it felt like full speed, which was good. But F-Zero. I could play some F-Zero. Okay, let's go play some F-Zero, but let's play where is it? Super NES. Do you think, so Suspicious Man 420, do you think there's a path for single RAM Jaguar to like run at full speed? Or is that sort of just like a limitation that there's just not enough space really to do the FPGA at full speed? So I think there's an F-Zero, right? Yeah, let's do Daishu Night League. Yeah, so this is like the Satellaview F-Zero. Let's play that. Well, maybe we won't play this. Nothing I can do it. Well, I'll show you something cool, actually. Okay. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. So what I will load up is a GBA version of Game Boy Advance Plus Core. I will load up the GBA version of F-Zero and then show off a pretty cool little feature of Mister. Oh, Doom 2 on the GBA. Doom 2 on the GBA. My goodness. I'll have to do Doom stream too, hey? That'd be fun. Just play like a bunch of versions of Doom. PlayStation. Oh, N64 Doom. So yeah, so this is cool. Let's switch over to my 16:9 version layout. Press start because yeah, the BSF0 version can't be launched directly. You need a patch. I thought that was the patched version, but I might have just picked the wrong file because I've definitely loaded it before. You just use the regular F-Zero on the NES. Huh. What I want to show off here is the GBA core. Now, I don't know like how helpful this is or how good it really looks, but it's kind of a cool little option. Let's do some training while I show this off. Ooh, Hot Violet. Fireball, JB Crystal, Windwalker. That's cool. Sure. Pawn. So it has, in the video and hardware section, I mean, you can modify colors, which is nice. I'm always a fan of some sort of like tint to try to make up for the brightness and this oversaturation in GBA games. But yeah, you have this 2x resolution aspect. And I can do just the background. I can do background or just sprites, and I can do both. And some games that actually, I mean, like, I don't know if it would ever be my preferred way to play the game, but in a game like F-Zero, let me turn the filter off too, actually, because it doesn't look great on the stream. But it kind of looks okay on certain games. On this game, at least, it looks kind of cool. So off, like that stock. I don't even like understand where it gets the extra data. Kind of neat. Like the assets must just be stored in the GBA at. Oh, let me turn on a. Oops. 30 hertz. So yeah, like you can kind of see. So the sprite's not changing even when I do sprites, but the background updates. So from that to that. But those background assets, I suppose, are like stored at double resolution in the GBA. I don't know. I wonder if it works like well on a game like Asterix, or if it just looks like even worse. I was saying, like, to begin the stream, like, one of the things I'm really excited about with the Mister, over stuff like, you know, as much as I love my analog, you know, Super NT and my original hardware and stuff, I'm able to, and I have my, my Mister now connected directly to my NAS, where I can store all of my games and stuff like that, and just the network capabilities of being able to, like, SMB or FTP directly into my Mister has been like such a big level up in terms of like being able to I'm so bad when I'm trying to talk. Just being able to, like, you know, have customizations and tinker, and not having to like reset my unit every single time or take out the, you know, the memory card just to make an in-file change and stuff like that. Just that flexibility of something like the Mister. I know that some people find that overwhelming. Some people find that a turnoff, I guess. But for me, just that ability to like tinker endlessly is so appealing. Okay, the last game before I wrap up is going to be Astro Boy Omega Factor. That's a sweet game. Oh, okay, yeah, so this core, the GBA Plus core, is on par with the Pocket, with tech tests, but not 100% accurate with pedantic recent tests. Pocket can't pass it too. Yeah, we'll get there, I'm sure. But yeah, what was I saying? Astro Boy is a sick game. Omega Factor is very good. But what I'm looking for is, where is it? Maybe it's like a Euro game? Probably a Euro game. Yeah, here we go. This game's wild. Which one is it? Bash them all or XXL? I don't know. Okay, thanks for coming by, Jason. I'm actually, I'm going to have to head out as well, momentarily, actually. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for always supporting the show, supporting the streams. Really appreciate it. Asterix. Is this the one? There's a crazy Asterix game. And I don't know if this is it, but we'll see in a second. Two sprigs of mistletoe and some wild flowers. Happy hunting, folks. Let's see. Ooh, suddenly thunder cleaves the sky and a bolt of lightning crashes into the forest. Don't be afraid, this is only the thunder. Okay. A lot of text for an Asterix game. Let's get into it. Okay, yeah, here we go. Look at this. On GBA. This game is crazy. Press select, switch characters. You'll find out later, not right now. You'll find out later that each character has his own skills. Yeah, this is wild on a Game Boy Advance. Presumably, like, I don't know exactly how it works, but I assume it's very similar to how they did something like Doom, with like sprite scaling and stuff. But playing what feels like a 3D PlayStation game is crazy, and like without a lot of limitations too. Like, you know, you see a little bit of popping in the background, right? Like, it's not drawing the world out super far, but like, I wouldn't say that it's drawing the world out any like closer than Blasto, right? Like, I feel like this game compares favorably to Blasto. But look at that! Look at that polygon warping, or like sprite scaling warping, or like in the background there. as I turn, and the water kind of scales up because I think it's because it's trying to scale up the building. But in any case, cool game on Game Boy Advance. It honestly plays pretty good too, which is surprising. Oh no, that was an actual waterfall, so it wasn't like that wasn't a graphic layer issue. It was rendering that waterfall out pretty far. Pretty good. And that skybox looks really good too. And that's something that I think it does pretty well, is it uses a skybox that feels like what you would actually see looking through a village. Whereas Blasto, it's like you're looking down a tunnel, and then you're seeing just some space, but there shouldn't be space there. There should be the end of the tunnel, whereas this looks like what you would actually expect to see. Okay, V-Rally 3. Let's try that. I keep saying this is the last game. This is actually going to be the last game because I do need to get going. Because I told my wife I'd be 20 minutes ago. So we'll play a couple minutes of this, and then I will wrap up. I appreciate everybody who stopped by, made suggestions. I do not appreciate Greg making me play bad Lynx games. But I love playing bad games on stream. Oh yeah, look at this. This is cool. Rotating like 3D model. So you can change the textures on. That's cool. Yeah, I appreciate also everybody stopping by, helping me out with oh, is this made by the same team? This is the same loading screen as Asterix, where you have create game at the top and then load game at the bottom. Interesting. Yeah, I appreciate everybody's at Sensei and stuff dropping by to kind of help me out with the Mr. stuff. I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of YouTube videoing, a lot of testing and messing around lately, which has been a lot of fun. But having access to people who can actually answer some of the questions that I don't really know the answer to has been great. Really excited about that news on the Jaguar single RAM core. I thought it was like DOA, which is great. Stage information, setup, repair, start stage.
3, 2, 1, go!
And the GBA could cook. Like, this is so sweet. The fact that you have stuff like this, and then you also have beautiful, like, 2D games like Minish Cap, Golden Sun games, like Castlevania games, like, what a system. This game is pretty sweet. Looks really good, too, on my monitor, on my CRT. Like, really good. It almost, like, feels like Auto Modellista or whatever that game's called. Like, it almost... The cars themselves almost feel like they have like a cell shaded look. Could use some music, I suppose. Alright. Is it just time trial, or did I just enter into just time trial? It's cool how it's, because it's like a rally racer, it's like, it doesn't have like loop tracks, it's just, you just go, which is fun. One of the cool things about the SuperStation coming up is when the dock comes, which I should be getting sometime in the next few months. It offers like optical media support for the SuperStation, so I can pop my actual like PlayStation discs in. I could pop my Saturn discs into the dock and play. Basically as like use it as a PlayStation. Obviously still using the FPGA core, but not having to rely on having CMD files and stuff like that. Which is pretty neat. Makes it just that little bit more portable too. If somebody who moves around or travels around and wants to bring it with you, it's pretty small. But because with this support, it would be basically plug and play wherever you get to. Pretty handy. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. That was a couple hours of messing around with my SuperStation One, which I just got. Let me show off the box again. Pow. Pretty cool. And my first experience really over the last week with Mister, something I've wanted to get into for a long time. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you so much. Thanks for the suggestions of good games and bad games and weird games. And thanks for hanging out in chat, answering questions when I had questions about Jaguar. If you listen to the show already, thank you. If you don't listen to the show, we drop episodes every second Tuesday. We just put out our most recent episode where we cover Halo and Munch's Odyssey, looking at official Xbox magazine number 2. And we've got another episode coming up in a week and a half. You can find us at funfactorpod.com. You can find us here on Twitch at funfactorpod. You can find us on YouTube at funfactorpod. You can find us on any of your favorite podcatchers. If you like this video, subscribe, do all that stuff. Find us online, leave us a review, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody coming by, and I hope you all